Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, piloting a Warlock deck. I tried to do aggro again. Looking at it now, it does seem I'm a bit low on 2-drops, hey? And the first two games were both against newbies. That's why we won. The second game against a rogue, boy did she put up a fight. Now granted, she had a legendary. She had the Black Knight, which killed a Fen Creeper. That's no small matter, so she had a kind of a leg up there. But still, it was a little bit harder than I would expect against someone who made as many misplays as she did. So we'll see. I'm predicting 5 wins for this deck. 4 to 5. How about that? 4 to 5 is my prediction. Always will be happy to surpass it. Last time I made a prediction, I ended up being correct, although it looked like I would be incorrect for a while. But then I was correct. Alright, rogue number 2. Oh man, not a big fan of playing rogues against rogues as a warlock. Because rogues do a good job of controlling the board, and that's exactly what you don't want your opponent to do. Now, this is actually, I'm going to keep this whole hand. This is the perfect curve. Turn 1, coin turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. So I'm not going to throw my curve away. We're just going to curve out and see if we can overrun her with creatures. Now, the fact that we have the coin, finally I'm second against a rogue. Finally. Means... Why is my volume so loud? Goodness gracious. Great gobbledygooks. There we go. Hopefully my opponent doesn't put up too much of a fight. Knife Juggler is really sad because it could hit my Blood Imp. There's always a chance. Well, I'm gonna go big or go home here. We'll actually continue on as planned. Gonna make a Harvest Golem. And yeah, I'm threatening to kill off the Knife Juggler with my Harvest Golem. So she needs to get a 1 in 3 lucky flip and kill the Blood Imp, or else the Knife Juggler is dead. Of course, if she deals with it... Oh man, she gets 2 flips. Ouch, that's bad news. Please. Oh my gosh, I finally luck out. That's like the first time in the history of my life that I got good fortune against a Knife Juggler. Man. Alright, let's go ahead and drop Tontosaurus Rex. Wait. I want to make sure that the Blood Imp ends up being in the middle against Betrayal. So we're going to do this first, let the Golem respawn. Then after the Golem respawns, we're going to put this on the edge so that Betrayal doesn't work very well. Such a pro player. Now, she could, of course, still be fine here, but I would say that was a pretty good start for me. I got to kill the Knife Juggler with my Harvest Golem and live to tell about it. Is she going to play a backstab? She has Deadly Poison. No! Is that an Abusive Sergeant? Cold Blood. Oh, my lord. Alright, well. Guess that's one way to skin a cat. She's just going to hold on to that Deadly Poison. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and play Chillwind YETI. So I'm on schedule here. Do I cash out the Blood Imp for this Razorven Hunter? I don't think so. 2 plus 3 is only 5. Yeah, we're going to hang on to that Blood Imp. I'd have to get lucky. She'd have to not have any removal, like Fan of Knives or anything, in order for this YETI to live the turn, but there's a chance. She just top-decked a Fan of Knives. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god. So it kills my Blood Imp. Lets her kill my YETI easily now. Wow, 2 Deadly Poisons. That's excessive. Oh, man. Well, that is really unfortunate that she got top-decked Fan of Knives. Yeah. Alright, well, we're gonna do this.
Why do you call?
And this, I guess. I don't really want to play that just yet. Let's pass the turn. Okay, so I'd say that I did okay in the opening, but she top-decked the Fan of Knives, and it was just all downhill from there. I mean, she had Deadly Poison, but that only dealt 5 damage. With the Blood Imp on the field, that was only going to deal 5 damage to my YETI, who had 6 health. So it's just really unfortunate. I'm just gonna replay that. That deserves a well played. Ball sacks. That's all I have to say to that, folks. If you're wondering, does Boris have anything to say to it except for ball sacks? The answer is no. Ball sacks is all I have to say. No, don't kill my... Wow, that would be a brilliant play, actually, because I'm planning to use Abusive Sergeant and Defender of Argus to buff that guy up and take out the panda, and she stopped me from doing that. God damn it. How the fuck did she know to do that? That is ridiculous. Like, I would never make that play myself. FML. Well... Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and kill her panda.
My shield for Argus.
I messed up. I could have played the Abusive Sergeant first, and then the Defender of Argus could have buffed the Abusive Sergeant. That was really dumb. I'm sorry, folks. That was a big mistake. Because now she can actually kill this with the dagger, whereas she shouldn't have been able to do that had I buffed it. That was a bit of an error. We'll just say oops to see that to show that we understand the error of our ways.
Don't mess.
Well, I think I'm gonna lose this game, partly because of that ridiculous top-decked Fan of Knives, and partly because of my own misplay. She has massive card advantage against me. And I guess I could life tap a little bit more. I am at 20 health. Shiv. Bow. Bow.
This is our
Bow. Oh, fuck my life. This is horrible. Alright, Direwolf Alpha does nothing, so let's go ahead and wait. Let's play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Kill the piglets. Play the Farseer. Does it matter where? Oh no. Betrayal will kill any two of my creatures, no matter where I put my stuff. Alright, so my board's better than her board. But she has the play and she has more cards, which is a big deal. And a dagger from the previous round. And enough health with which to use it. Man, I had a really good curve. But her Razorfen Hunter was really good. And then that Fan of Knives was really good. I could have killed the Razorfen Hunter, though, with my Blood Imp. Maybe I should have done that. To play around Fan of Knives. Ball sacks. Ball sacks. Bibbidi bobbidi. Boobidi bibbidi. Bibbidi boobidi bobbidi bibbidi. Ball sacks. Assassinate on a 3/3. That is crazy. She says that was a mistake. I don't know. It's not a mistake. It's an interesting choice, to be sure. Am I going to play this thing? I'd like to use this as a finisher. Let me actually play other stuff. Spellbreaker, totally useless. 100%. This is also totally useless.
Of course.
Ugh. Well, I'm just going to play it and this. So I need to play creatures. Well, now I'm caught up on cards, I guess. That's going to be a 2-for-1. But, however, just getting a little bit low on health. I think the Ravenhold Assassin could be good here. Master of Disguise. Boo. Lame. Defender. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'll life tap one more time. Fen Creeper. Oh, I was hoping I could play something and the Defender. Alright. Do I play this? I mean, this stuff hits pretty hard. You know, if I'd had the Fen Creeper at the beginning... Well, I couldn't have, because I drew them both. I could play Defender, swing... You know what? No, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play the Ravenhold Assassin. Am I going to let her attack with both? What is this? 7 down to 10? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the race. So we're going to do that. And then next turn, I'm going to play Fen Creeper and the Defender, get a huge taunt, and swing for 8 damage with this Assassin.
Pain, speak to me.
Cold Blood. Oh god. Well, those are some pretty good Cold Bloods. I'm actually threatened with death now because of that massive hit. Shit. Alright, well, we're committed, folks. We are committed. So we're going to do this. Oh, please don't give me the Defender of Argus bug. Please actually just, thank you, do that. I will swing for 8. Well, this is really high stakes, folks. She can get through my taunts. She can win. But this one has 6 health. This one has 7. I mean, they both have a lot of health. The Master of Disguise will kill 1. Shiv? Okay, that doesn't do anything yet, but it gives her a top deck. An Eviscerate would be pretty good. Oh my god, I can't believe I won that game. Defender of Argus bringing home the bacon, and the Ravenhold Assassin was good, so I gotta give myself some props for drafting those cards. One of my Defender of Argus was an easy pick, the other one could have been an Argent Commander, so I think I'm gonna give myself some credit for not taking the Commander. I know some people would have. I'm playing with a lot of cards that are about to be nerfed, actually. So the Blood Imp's gonna get nerfed. It's gonna become a 0/1 Young Priestess with Stealth. The Defender of Argus is going to be nerfed. It's going to become a 2/3. I don't know when these changes are happening. Blizzard made a post that the changes will happen. I don't know when. They haven't said that yet. I'll make a video soon about the changes. Should be posted around the same time as this one. Leo the Rogue. This is the third Rogue. Did I miss a memo or something? Like, is it bring your daughter Rogue to work day? What the hell, people? All right. The Flesh-Eating Ghoul is good, but everything else, I think I'm gonna mulligan. I'm just gonna try to get my 1-drops, like Flame Imp, Voidwalker. There we go. Hey, look at that. That's great. That's great. I think actually rogues are gonna have a difficult time dealing with this. Betrayal will not kill the Flame Imp. Ah, perfect. So she doesn't have an answer. That's great. So we're going to go ahead and coin out. Get off to a really fast start. And then I got some life gain here. Now, next turn, I'm not going to get to do much except for life tap. Unless I'm fortunate enough to top deck a Direwolf Alpha. That would be awesome. Kind of wish I had my Abusive Sergeant here, but if I hadn't mulliganed the Abusive Sergeant, I wouldn't have seen the Flame Imp, I think. It was the card on the right. So, I wouldn't have seen one of these. One of these was on the right, one was on the left. So I wouldn't have seen one of them if I hadn't mulliganed as many cards as I did. Oh my god, that's crazy luck. Well, I don't see any reason to leave her creature around. So we're gonna swing. Now, the problem is that Betrayal does kill 2 of my creatures now. That's life. Can't play around everything when you're playing aggro. I mean, I could have done something wacky. I could have put, like, the wolf over here, but then actually Betrayal would still kill 2 things. So we know she doesn't have Betrayal if she doesn't play it right here.
Give me a quest.
She does not have Betrayal. Does she have Backstab to make this grow a little bit? I think that was a mistake. I would not personally ever play Questing Adventure like that. I mean, maybe she had, like, literally nothing else to do. But, I don't know. It seems like a really odd move to me. I guess, okay, maybe she had nothing better to do. In that case, yes, she was just horribly unlucky. So now Betrayal no longer works. It will not kill the ghoul, unless, of course, she daggers up. Yeah, but dagger plus Betrayal will let her kill the ghoul, but then the wolf will still live. This Subbreaker has been a little bit underwhelming. That much must be noted. SI Agent. Oh, that's a good card. Sad. Well, I got a couple of options here. One is to use the Flame Imp to kill the SI Agent, use Drain Life to kill the Leper Gnome, my Flesh-Eating Ghoul grows to 8/3, swing for 8. Pretty good option. Another option is to play the Tauren Warrior and hope that it will hold up against the Leper Gnome. So I'll still use the Flame Imp to kill the SI Agent, but I'll try to use the Tauren Warrior to hold up against the Leper Gnome. So basically my options are either to play the Tauren Warrior, but leave the Leper Gnome around, or to play Drain Life, but not play a Tauren Warrior. So what's more important to me? I think getting this on the field is more important. So we'll do this. Trade. The Ghoul now hits for 1 less because the Leper Gnome didn't die, but 7 is still pretty good. And then we pass the turn. So it's going to take a little bit of effort for her to get at this ghoul. She'll need either direct removal, like an Eviscerate, or she'll need to have removal for this, and then dagger up and kill that. But I mean, if she can kill this, then she should be able to kill this. So I don't know, it seems a bit silly. Alright, so the Flesh-Eating Ghoul grows even more. This thing's enraged. I assume she has Fan of Knives. That also works. She messed up a little bit. She should have played this guy first, and then run the Leper Gnome in, then her Storm of Night would have lived. Well, now I swing for 10 damage. Okay. That's fine, I guess. So I swung for 7, then for 10. By the way, in case you still were, for some odd reason, were not convinced that Flesh-Eating Ghoul is a good card, or why I always, talk about it when it comes up in the draft, this is why I take it so eagerly. It's pretty much winning me this game all by itself. Now, don't get too excited. I did not have lethal there. Drain Life only deals 2 damage, but the Blood Imp's actually kind of nifty, because even if she kills the other creatures, the Blood Imp deals 1 damage, and then Drain Life wins the game. Well, actually, what's really funny is this rogue had put up the least fight compared to, like, the awful rogue, and the second rogue was actually good, but just didn't have good cards, it seems. That rogue put up the least of all the fights. So that was odd. We had 3 really tough games. Well, no, first game was, like, average. The second 2 games were really tough. We're at 4-0, but I don't think this deck is nearly as good as the record suggests. And certainly, if you look at the past games, excuse me, there is enough evidence and how those games went to support my contention that the deck isn't all that strong, because it was really hard fighting. And also relying on some pretty bonehead mistakes in one game for me to make it this far.
Gul'dan
Ring King, that's a nice name.
I will fight with honor.
Yeah,
Your soul shall
yeah.
be mine.
Heh. Alright, I'll keep... I just really want to try to maximize my odds of getting 1-drops. Let's mulligan this. Let's do it for education. Let's see how this works. I mean, I have a low curve deck. That is what I'm talking about. See, I got 1-drop, but now I got these 4-drops that aren't doing anything. So, oh god. So, yeah, I have nothing to do on turn 2 or turn 3. I probably should have just kept my opening hand. I would have top-decked this thing. No, I would have actually top-decked this. Yeah, I should have kept my opening hand. That was a mistake. Uh-oh. Is that going to be a 3-2? It's a 3-2. So it's going to kill my 1-3. This is just getting ugly. So that mulligan decision, not among my finest. No! Why couldn't I have gotten the wolf? Ah, card earlier. Motherfucker. So now this sucks, because this ooze actually lives. And if I play creatures down, they just die to it. Oh, he's also got the... Oh, my God. Well, I did it for education, and what I learned was don't mulligan hands like the one that I had, because that hand, while not great, was a lot better than this hand. Now, the Harvest Golem was a timely arrival, because it's good against his board. It'll actually kill both of his creatures by itself if he doesn't help it along. And he's used his coin, so no True Silver Champion shenanigans just yet. He could play a taunt. That would probably, like, a Iron for a Grizzly would hit the spot. He doesn't have it, though. That's lucky for me. Oh, come on. No. Don't play anything else. Oh, whatever. I don't care about that. Okay, great. So, now, do I play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul? I think so. That seems tempting. I mean, there's no point playing this. I could play Defender of Argus to make my Golem bigger. Or I could just play the Yeti. I think I'm going to play the Yeti. That seems good. So, we'll kill off the ooze. Turn. So the Yeti might be good for some value here. I just don't like how many creatures he has on the board. And the Recruit, sadly, will finish off my Golem, but hopefully the Yeti will be good for at least a couple of cards.
My shield.
Argus. 2 can play at this game. Is he going to aggro on me? I think it's a strategic mistake. I really believe that my opponent made a strategic mistake right there. I don't think he should have done that. So, how do we best capitalize? I think the Flesh-Eating Ghoul should go down. I mean, Defender of Argus can buff them both, but the buffs are actually both irrelevant. Neither one makes a difference. Yeah, because this thing dies no matter what. And this thing lives and takes the same amount of damage no matter what.
I wonder.
So if I play the Flesh... Yeah, I'm going to play the... Well, the Flesh-Eating Ghoul dies to this unnerfed Defender of Argus. They'll trade. I could play this thing and the Wolf. Alright, we'll do that. So we'll do this.
I am not a morning person.
This. Swing. And pass. So he's really trying to aggro me down. I don't know if that's a good move as a paladin, because paladins don't have that many burn spells, really. Unless he's holding on to like 2 Avenging Wraths or something highly unusual. It's going to be difficult for him to finish the deal. He can get me down to 12, but that's risky, letting me have the way of the board. The way of the board sounds like some kind of like Eastern philosophy. The way of the... Oh, he's like me. He's got 2 Defenders of Arguses. And now he decides he wants to trade. Alright. Well, might be too late, buddy. Might be too late. Can I use my own Defenders of Argus? I think actually now is the time to do the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. And in fact, because I'm going to draw a card here, I'm going to draw cards first.
You like my invention?
Mortal Coil. Oh, that's actually pretty good to see. So I will play Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Gonna kill that. And I'm going to do this. Play Mortal Coil. Draw a card. And pass the turn. So let's see if this player can kill a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. He's at full health, so he's a lot of leeway. And Hammer of Wrath would do it very nicely. Fuck, that was the perfect card. So he gets card advantage and kills my best creature. It does use up his whole turn pretty much, but still, it's pretty good shape here.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, I think I'd better start the Defender of Argus Brigade.
My shield.
Don't let paladins keep creatures. I might be able to do this alright. I mean, I have a lot of cheap stuff in my deck, but what I do have is like pretty valuable with the buff and the Divine Shield. And I've got the Defender of Argus to make my stuff stronger. That's a bit unfortunate. But it is his whole turn, so I'm okay with it.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Sadly, I can buff this up to be a 4/5. It'll still die to the Tiger. That's okay, though. Yeah, we're going to do it. So I'm going to just drop this right in here. Use the Novice Engineer to kill off his recruit. We'll swing, swing, heal, play the Argent Squire. So I think my 2 Defenders of Argus kind of won out over his 2 Defenders of Argus. We each played 2 this game. But I think he made a strategic error. He attacked me when he should have traded, and as a result, this happened. A little bit difficult for a Paladin to deal with it. So he's getting like a giant creature, but I have so much taunt, I don't even care. Yeah, that doesn't really matter that much either. I am not impressed. Alright, let's take a look at the situation. Can I start to race him down? Well, I've got 3, 4, 7, 11, 13, 15, 17 damage. Let's take a look at my card. Oh, okay. Well, I think what I want to do is play this.
Got a problem.
And we'll hedge my bets. That's my favorite thing to do. I'm going to kill that. And I'll kill that. But the rest is going at his face. So now the Tiger can kill one of these creatures. But then this is 7 damage, 9 damage, 11 damage. Unless he has like a Tyrian Forge Ring or something, should be in pretty good shape. Well, I guess any taunt would be kind of a kink in my plans, but I think I'm in decent shape here. This Assassin has been pretty good. I mean, normally it's not a very good card, but in this deck where I just needed something big to help close out games, it's kind of perfect. Oh my gosh, the vegetables are actually growing. Wow, everyone's conceded a lot, like kind of early. I mean, I make sense because my board is full of creatures. I just don't elicit that many confessions of that type very often. Well, I predicted I was going to get 4 or 5. I really don't want that prediction to be correct anymore because that would mean I have to lose the next 3 games. My lose rate at 5-0 is very high. I'm pretty sure I lose at 5-0 more than half the time. Which makes sense because you're starting to play pretty good people at this point. But my last 2 games were like the 2 easiest games of the arena, amusingly enough. Which can happen. Maybe my opponent had bad draws, or maybe my deck was just well suited against theirs. But if I win here, I'll be pretty happy. Mage! Oh god! Good night 520. Well, that's really the worst thing to play when you're Warlock aggros, is going up against a mage. Because they have all kinds of mass removal, like Arcane Explosion, Blizzard, Flame Strike, even Cone of Cold sort of counts. They just have a lot of stuff to clear you out, so whereas against Paladin, it's like, I hope they don't have Consecration. Against a Mage, it's like, I hope they don't have Cone of Cold, Blizzard, Flame Strike, Arcane Explosion, or Frost Nova. Like, it's starting to get a little bit ridiculous, if you see what I'm saying. Plus, Mages have such good creatures. Mana Worm is stupidly good. Water Elemental is motherfucking broken. Can't believe that's not getting nerfed in the next patch. Oh no, please, don't do this to me, Mage. Don't do it to me. Just pass the... No, fuck my life. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. It's the... Would you guys be mad if I just conceded? Alright, I'm not gonna concede, but that opening is really, really hard to come up back against. Just gonna ping me, which is kind of smart actually. Makes a certain kind of sense. I can't kill these fast enough. Alright, play Harvest Golem. I was really hoping it would hit the Mana Worm so the Golem could finish the worm off. Alas, it was not to be. I could have actually played the Voidwalker and the Novice Engineer. That would have given me 2 Knifelings. Yeah, then maybe that would have been smarter. And I would have put more creatures on the board, making it easier for me to get past the mirror image. Yeah, that would have been a lot smarter. There's no question about it.
Like my invention.
Oh my god, if only this mirror image weren't there. Sigh. Alright, we'll play Mana Wraith. This game, I mean, it's just over. Some games, I mean, you just can't win. I mean, I've had like at least 2 games in this arena. Yeah, 2 of the 5 games I've won so far, I say I probably shouldn't have won. So whatever, it's all good. Just gonna take that mana worm all the way to the bank. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Hey Bob, where are you going with that mana worm? Well, Frank, I think I'm gonna take this one all the way to the bank, if you know what I mean. Alright, yeah, I think this is the time to play Defender of Argus.
My shield for Argus.
So, I'll let her do the trading. I bet she will. She wants to play a creature, it's fine. That leaves my golem alive with its pent-up charge here still, which is nice. The longer you can keep that, the better. Plus, I wouldn't mind this mana wraith going away myself, so I could play my wolf, my novice engineer, and my voidwalker. Imp Master Funk in the house. She should really ping my golem with that, and she does. Smart lady. Earthen Ring Farseer would be nice. I'd love to heal this up. That'd be great. And Q? Not a chance. Alright. Play the wolf. And definitely kill the Imp Master. Now, do I kill that or do I let it kill my golem? Whatever. Really can't do anything about it. So I guess I'm drawing a card. Let's draw cards first. Oh, that would have been good to have at the beginning.
Why do you call?
So Flame Strike is still 2 turns away. Blizzard, unfortunately, is right here, and it will kill everything I have except for... It will kill everything I have, except for this, which will be at 1 health and frozen. If she has Blizzard, I just lose. Nothing about it. I'm not trying to, you know, pretend I have some deep strategy here. I'm just playing into a rare. Oh god, that looked like a Blizzard. Oh hey, there's the bug. Boo. Boo! Gong it up, baby. Gong it up, gong it up. Oh, she does not have Blizzard or Cone of Cold or Flame Stuff. Okay, nope. She's gonna play Blizzard. Raging Worgen. Well, I'm happy to see that. Ah, 2 Raging Worgens. That's fine. No Probalo, Hernando. Alright, well, let's take a look at the situation here. So I can deal 1, 5, 7, 10, plus 4 is 14 damage. I can deal 16 damage. Now, problem with that is she can, like, Raging Worgen onto this, kill it, ping the other one, and then hit me for 12 damage. Down to 5. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. So these actually do need to die. Well, this is an obvious choice, because it produces a conga line, making the Novice Engineer hit harder. And I think I'll do this as well.
Is this really necessary?
Yeah. We'll swing with the rest of everything.
Sure.
Oh, wait. I am actually going to life tap this turn. Actually, you know what? I'm up against a mage. If I don't need a life tap, I'm not going to life tap. So we're going to go ahead and Shieldwind Yeti it up. Play a Blood Imp. And I will die to Flame Strike. But the Yeti will survive, and it'll be her whole turn. So I'll swing her down to 7. Down to 5. Soulfire would get pretty close to being a winning out. And then Ravenholt Assassin would also be a winning out. Probably, unless she plays a taunt. Oh my god, what does she have? Arcane Explosion? Cone of Cold? No Flame Strike, no Blizzard. So that's good. Arcane Explosion doesn't really work. Secret! Whoa! That's awesome. I am delighted to see that. So my mage opponent just did not have what she needed. Which is fan-fatally-tastic. Ravenholt Assassin is pretty much perfect. Now the problem is Flame Strike with spell damage will kill this. Actually it won't, because it'll be at 6 health thanks to the Blood Imp. Can I just win? Well, let's see if this is a see if this is a Vaporize. It's a Vaporize, okay. Fair enough. We'll just swing with everything else, and that's the game.
You win this.
Fast hands, good night 520 with the concede. Alright. I've made it to 6-0 against a mage, piloting a deck that I said wasn't going to make it to 4 and 5. Well, what do I know? I'll happily be wrong here. There have definitely been enough times I thought my deck was, you know, really good, and I ended up sucking and like going to 2 wins. So I'll take the reverse. That's totally fine. Okay, we're at 6-0. It's a success. At the moment, every extra win is really remarkable because I don't often make it to 6-0. I was talking recently, I think the only time I've ever actually been at 7-0 was when I eventually made it, ended up going 9-0 in my one dream run. Other than that, that just is not a thing that ever happens to me. Okay, I'll keep this hand. And I may even play the Abusive Sergeant on turn 1. I am up against a Shaman after all. But 6-0 I've done very, very rarely. I don't think I've ever even been... Yeah, I don't think I've been 7-0 except for when I got up to 9-0. So, of course, the other thing, which I almost dare not say, is the fact that I mean, I'm technically in the running for 12-0. That would be a real coup for this channel. And yes, I know I'm walking right into Forked Lightning, but you can't play around everything, and I don't think it's worth playing around. He doesn't have Forked Lightning. That's awesome. He's going to be overloaded next turn, and he's using his coin this turn. All good things. Ooh, wow, that's great. Okay, sure. So he used the coin in order to let my 1-drop trade for his 2-drop. I will waste the Battle Cry, which I know seems weird, but I think putting a 3/3 on the board is much better than just life tapping and doing nothing. I gotta press my advantage here while he's overloaded. I was hoping that he'd get anything but that one, and of course he got that one. That's life. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Chillwind Yeti, and I'm not gonna leave that alive. I don't want Dark Iron Dwarf buffing this and killing my shit. Next turn might be the time to life tap Mana Wraith Mortal Coil.
For the crusade!
Yep, it's definitely gonna happen. The question is, do I kill this off, or do I just trade some damage? I think I'm gonna actually trade the damage. So I'm again vulnerable to Forked Lightning, but he didn't have it before. Don't see why he'd have it now, unless he drew it. That doesn't happen in this game, drawing cards. Anyway, Lightning Storm is not a big deal because it'll kill 2 creatures, but the Yeti will definitely survive. Hex is not a big deal because I have a lot of power on the board. This is a really amazing start. This is actually great. So he just plays a Tiger. I couldn't care less. It'll kill my Yeti here, but that's fine. Alright, I think... As tempting as it is to draw a card, I'd actually rather play the Golem and the Mana Wraith, because the Mana Wraith will stop him from playing Fire Elemental. Now, he could use the Tiger to kill the Mana Wraith, but then he's not killing the Yeti, and the Fire Elemental can't kill the Yeti. So I am going to do that, and I'm not going to play a Novice Engineer. So I'm going to do this first, then that, and we don't have a choice. We'll just swing for, 11 damage on turn 6. Seems pretty good. Pass the turn. So this has just been a game of play creatures, win game. Now, he could come back, like a Sunwalker or something would do it. He really wants to play a 6-drop. That worries me. I would actually rather see a Fire Elemental than a Sunwalker. All right, no Sunwalker or Fire Elemental. No Taunt Totem. It's a Taunt Totem.
Get in there and fight.
Abusive Sergeant. What is he doing? Oh, he's giving taunts to all his stuff. Okay. Well, it's good for him. Yeah. Let's go ahead and kill that.
Of course.
Kill that. Swing. I'm gonna play the Ravenholdt Assassin. I'm gonna go for it. So it's do or die. I mean, he has to play a taunt, or all that. Wow. Do you see what I'm saying? Am I weird? I just feel like people don't usually concede against me in that particular way, where like I have the creatures on the board and it's their turn, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being crazy and talking on my ass. But here we go, 7-0. What the hell? This is, oh man, let me just check to make sure that the stream didn't cut out or anything. Good, it's still streaming. I would definitely not want to lose this one. No matter how this ends, even if I end up losing 7-3, like that's pretty remarkable. I think this is only the second time in the history of this channel that I've posted a 7-0 video. I mean, I might have forgotten some random time where I went 7-0, then went 7-1 or something, but it's extremely rare, and I'm actually just honestly shocked is that it's with this deck. What's really weird is, of the 7 games that I've won, the 3 hardest ones were the first 3. Like, the first 3 were the hardest of any of them. It's really bizarre. Okay, this is a weird hand. I can play out the Knife Juggler, but then I have nothing else to play. If I play the Knife Juggler on turn 2, it's like I'm kind of passing on the chance to, you know, maybe play a 1-drop. So I'll mulligan the Defender of Argus. There are 2 in the deck. Let's double my chances of getting a 1-drop and getting a really good curve. Instead, I replace the Defender of Argus with a card I almost definitely am not going to want all game. Awesome. But let's see, maybe my first turn top deck will be a 2-drop. Like a Direwolf Alpha. Please? Please? Deep the Paladin. Come on. Ah, Abusive Sergeant. Do I play that against a Paladin? I don't think I can. But I will play Knife Juggler. Because now I know that I at least can play a creature next turn and have a 50-50 chance of killing a reinforcement if he makes one. Which I think is a chance worth taking. Okay, never mind. That, yeah. So, my 2-drop trades with his. I will life tap. I'd Soulfire that thing if I drew Soulfire. I didn't. So, okay. I'd say that he comes out ahead there. He kills off a really good creature, and also, I spent my coin. So, I'd say he comes out with the advantage in this opening. Oh my god, Mortal Coil, please! Please! Ugh, not a chance. Well, this is a pretty good answer anyway. So I'll do it. So I'd say that this opening was a failure. I maybe should have mulliganed the Flesh-Eating Ghoul and the Imp Master and tried to get more cards. But I guess if this is what I would have drawn in its place, it just wouldn't have worked out. Argent Squire would have been amazing. It would have stopped him from playing a Wolf Rider. I mean, he could have played it and then just lost it to Divine Shield, but that would have been silly. Nuts. It's going to take a little bit of effort for me to win this one. He's going for my face, which is totally reasonable. He's going to kill off my Imp Master. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to stop him from using the weapon again. So do I play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul and have it grow, knowing it's just going to die? What else would I really do with my time? It's nothing to do. Ugh. Yeah. We'll do this. Kill it. Do I play this thing? Sure.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
I'll play it. Just to get a creature on the board. I mean, I know he's going to use the weapon to kill my ghoul, so I might as well have this sitting around. Who knows? It might come in handy. Yeah, I'd say he won the opening, so he's at full health. I've managed to do nothing to him. And the longer the game goes, the less it favors me. That was a tough opening hand. Well, if I lose this game, we had a good run. Definitely not going to complain about this run because I had enormous luck in the early games that I really, like the second game and the third game of this run should have just probably been losses. Were it not for either opponents making exceptional mistakes or me having exceptional luck. This Paladin has just had the right cards, so, and I had the wrong cards. So, really, that's just life sometimes. He's making a recruit, trying to kill this. Fen Creeper would be nice here. Wow, that was a really awful turn for him.
I hope you like my invention.
Harvest Golem, alright, seems good. I'm actually going to do this myself. Here's the thing, either he does it, and I can sneak 2 damage through, or he doesn't do it and puts a Blessing of Kings on it or something, in which case I'm really screwed. So I'd rather not let him keep a creature. Don't let Paladins keep creatures, folks.
Reporting for duty.
Oh man, another True Silver Champion? Boo. Boo. Lame. I disapprove. Argent Squire, you're a little late to the party.
If you're sure.
So, let's play the Panther. And let's heal up. Try to start applying pressure, I guess? I mean, look at my hand. This isn't exactly a monster hand. All he needs is like 1 big creature, and I'm pretty much toast. But we'll keep on trying. Let's see. He'll go down to 23 health. I can hit him for 7 down to 16. I mean, I could put on some decent pressure if I start to try to race him.
I wonder.
This Panther should get him below 20. And I do have a silence in case of Sunwalker or other weird stuff. Sylvanas, I don't know.
I wonder.
It's interesting, at 5 mana, all he did was make a recruit and pass the turn. So he's got some kind of weird hand, either full of buffs or full of really expensive cards. Well, it looks like it might be the latter here. I wish I had an abusive sergeant so that this guy could get buffed. He's saying it was a mistake because now he wastes 2 points of healing. He should have attacked first and then played this, and he's absolutely right. 2 points of healing could make a difference. Nightblade! Okay, it was a mistake. Should have been a Ventrico Mercenary. Oh my god, this should have been a Ventrico Mercenary. No question about it, folks. Well, we all learned something, alright? And, you know, that's education. Education is good, right? So, do I run into this thing? Do I 2-for-1 it with the Panther? I kind of want to hit him, but... God. I need to put stuff on the board. I need to take that thing off of the board. So, yeah, we're going to do this. This. Nightblade, oh my god. This is so bad. I should have been a Ventrico Mercenary. No question about it. I don't even want to play any of this stuff. If this were a Ventrico Mercenary, I'd be hitting him for 7. That would be such a huge difference. I gotta say, the Ravenolt Assassin, which I have only one of, has been showing up quite regularly, which is good. Still have the Silence if he gives me a chance to use it. Silence cards, I'm not as big a fan of them as some people are, but it is nice when you're already like ahead or equal to have one in your back pocket so that you know that like if your opponent plays something, you could use it when you've got like, you know, the card to spare. But a lot of the times it just sucks. Master Swordsmith? What the heck is he playing? Okay, True Silver Champion number 3. Yeah, Ventrico Mercenary would have been pretty good. Fuck. Me sideways. Oh, man. That actually makes a huge difference, too. Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to silence the Swordsmith. I'll, trade away my Novice Engineer. Swing for 1. Alright, we finally got him down to 20 health. So maybe that's why he wasn't playing any cards, because he's just holding a hand of True Silver Champions. It's possible, I guess. I'd like to kill this with my spell... Oh no, my Spellbreaker is going to die to True Silver Champion. Fuck, I don't want to use this Yeti to kill that stupid thing, but I might have to. This was a bit of a loose Spellbreaker usage. He could easily play something much scarier and make me regret that I don't have a Spellbreaker. But honestly, what lost me this game was drafting Nightblade over Ventrico Mercenary. It has not mattered in any of the games up to this point. The Nightblade has not helped me, it has not hurt me, but in this game, it made me lose. Okay, so after I play my Silence, he gets a 5/7 with Divine Shield, which is awesome. And a Flame Imp. Great. Okay. Sweet. I don't know. I think this is over. He's got way too much health. He's gained like 6 from True Silver Champions and another 6 from Justice. So that's like 12 health. Well, he missed a chance. He missed one, so he gained like 9 health. Even at 8 health, though, I still couldn't kill him. Well, you know, it was likely to happen at some point that I would lose. And in this game, it's just entirely my fault. If I had been a Ventrico Mercenary, the True Silver Champion wouldn't have been able to kill it. He'd have an extra 3 health, but I'd have a Ventrico Mercenary, you know? So, I lost the game entirely to that draft choice, which just goes to show, even if you think you're in a deck where you might be burning out the opponent a lot, and the 3 extra damage might matter as an extra out, nope. Nightblade still sucks. Even when everything is perfect for it, it's still garbage. So it's good to know that, because I've been wondering for a while, like, if I was, like, you know, being unreasonable by just always dismissing that card. Oh gosh, there's an 8/8. Yeah, oh, Mortal Coil. Well, that's good. I'm glad I drew that card. Oh, it's amazing how it, like, perfectly does not work in any way. Anyway, let's tap here. Ah, Direwolf Alpha, that changes everything. No, it doesn't. Okay, that was a good game by my opponent. Indeed, that was well played. Did I give him well played? I hope I did. 2, 4, 8. No, I couldn't kill him. So anyway, that was a good game. We still made it into the money, which is fine. I haven't done that with a Warlock in at least a few runs. I also have not broken beyond 9 with a Warlock. I've only done that with 3 classes, Rogue, Hunter, and Warrior. I mean, that would be sweet. Warlock is one of my worst classes. I like playing it, but statistically it's one of my worst. It's I think the only class worse than it is Paladin. So if I could break past 9 with it, that would be an item off my bucket list that would be hard to do otherwise. Andy 411. Okay, another mage putting us to the test. Finally I get a 1-drop. That's great. And a 2-drop. Okay. Fan-fiddly-tastic. We'll play this, and then I can't play these if the Mana Wraith lives, but I can coin one of them out and then play the other on turn 4. So I've actually got like the perfect coin curve here in a kind of warped way, assuming the Mana Wraith doesn't die.
I smell.
That's annoying. So she's got a ready kill for the Mana Wraith. Well, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna move on with your life. That's all. You know, I just realized the earlier mage I almost conceded when she started with Mana Worm, Coin, Mirror Image, and we actually won that game. So yay me. Interesting choice, revealing the Worgen Infiltrator, letting my exposed Argent Squire trade. I wouldn't have done that myself, but different strokes, I guess. We'll play the Mana Wraith. So now she can only play 2 drops. She cannot play 3 drops. I have the coin, so she cannot cheat.
Well played.
Thank you.
And she's just going to do that. Alright, well, I'm going to do a really obnoxious move here. I don't know if this is the right move, but it's the fun move. I'm going to do coin. I'm going to waste some of the healing to protect my Mana Wraith, so she can't ping it to death. So now she can't play 4 drops, she can only play 3 drops. Almost anything she could play the Abusive Sergeant I could use and kill it by buffing another creature. Ah, she had a 3-drop to play for 4 mana. Well, that's fine. So now we'll trade that off. And I think I'll start my Imp collection. With the Mana Wraith, it's going to be hard for her to ping the Imps off and play creatures, but if she has something like Arcane Explosion or Cone of Cold, she'd be in pretty good shape. A secret. Interesting. What kind of secret might it be? Well, always check for Mirror Image before you check for Vaporize. So we'll do the Novice Engineer.
I hope you like my invention.
Is it Mirror Image? Or Mirror Entity, excuse me.
I hope you like my invention.
And I could trade my Mana Wraith to kill it, and I will, because the Mana Wraith is going to die anyway. Or I could use the Imp and Mortal Coil. But no, I think I'd rather do this. And then, oh, I guess I don't really get anything out of it, do I? You know what? Let's just go balls aggro here. So basically, she can kill this with her hero ability, but there's a lot of stuff she wants to kill with her hero ability. And she had a really good window earlier to play Arcane Explosion and didn't play it, so I don't think she has that, or Cone of Cold. If she has Blizzard, that'd be really good, but whatever, that's fine. Stampede Kodo, well, she gets a little bit unlucky. Obviously, it would have been better to hit something else, but I mean, it was against, the odds were against her, basically, being able to get what she wanted there. Alright, since I have Mortal Coil, I really only need to deal 4 damage to this, but do I even want to do that? I mean, I can hit her for 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, down to 12? Oh, how much do I fear Flame Strike? How much do I fear Flame Strike? Yeah, you know what, let's respect Flame Strike a little bit here, and do a bit of conga line action. So I'll Mortal Coil to draw a card. Ah, not quite. Well, do I play one of these things and have it die to Flame Strike? Or do I just stay where I'm at? You know what? I'm going to play around Flame Strike. I'm going to life tap here at the end, which I shouldn't have done. I should have drawn a card first. But basically what I'm doing is I'm saying play Flame Strike and spend your whole turn, and I will then repopulate. I didn't want to throw away more stuff and have it die to Flame Strike. But maybe I should have done it anyway. Well, okay, so I didn't. So it works out because she had the Flame Strike. Now we're going to play YETI, which is resilient, and the Panther, which is stealthy. So she's difficult for her to deal with my board. She'd have to use single target removal on this, and this thing sticks around. I can even hit her for 5 damage, down to 9, and then if I get my Ravenholt Assassin at some point, I could finish her off. Blizzard might be a best card for her here. It would kill the Panther, freeze the Yeti, leave her with 2 mana to play, maybe play a creature. Flame Strike isn't very good. It kills the Panther but leaves the Yeti alive. It hits for 4. She doesn't really want to get hit anymore at all at this point. Now if they both live by a miracle, which looks like it might actually happen, holy cow. Wow, they both live. Alright, I get to hit her for 10 damage, which is really crazy. Do I want to... No, I just want to hit her for as much as I can. This is so nuts. Hit her for 10. So Soulfire now wins the game. And I'll play a Yeti. So if she has another Flame Strike, she can clear my board out. But if I draw Soulfire at any point, I win. If I draw Ravenholt Assassin, I almost certainly win. She doesn't have Flame Strike. She has Mind Control Tech. She steals one of my non-taunts, which is good. 6 mana is still a lot for a mage to work with. She steals a 5/5 taunt. That is, of course, annoying. But then she has no mana left, unless she has an Arcane Missiles. Or an Ice Lance, which she's fingering something. Fuck. 1 mana spells. So obnoxious. So obnoxious. Oh, abusive. Actually, I don't really care about that much. That's fine. She still can't kill the Panther, which is the important thing. Because she can't kill the Panther, I have a way to get past the Yeti and get her down to 1 health, which is... Oh my... Alright, Nightblade. Well played, Nightblade. Well played. Nightblade. I don't know. I guess it lost me the previous game, for a fact. It definitely lost me the previous game. But Vengeful Mercenary there, I don't know. Might not have... I mean, I could have played 2 of these taunts and protected it and still gotten her down to 1 health. I probably would have won that game anyway. That does not redeem the Nightblade. So, what the Nightblade did there was it secured my win. It let me win a turn earlier, so it stopped her from having a chance to draw for an out. But I probably would have won it without it, whereas in the last game, it definitely lost me the game by not being a Vengeful Mercenary. So I think that Nightblade is still in the doghouse, but I'm glad that I had a chance to win a game with it. So it's something I can tick off my bucket list. Kill opponent with a Nightblade. It's pretty great. Maybe I should make a Paladin deck with Nightblades. Why Paladins? What am I talking about? Some deck with Nightblades and Pandas. Like a burn deck of some sort. Hunter, maybe? No, Rogue, yeah. A Rogue burn deck with Nightblades. I guess that is a very roguey card. Plenty of rogues that use it in their decks, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure it's in, like, the basic Rogue deck, too. Ah, Warlock versus Warlock. What is this? Fluke Sky? What the hell? Whatever. Let's think. Well, this definitely needs to go. I can play this on turn 1, coin on turn 2, and then turn 3 is hopefully something. I'll keep the Defender of Argus. I'm almost certain with this deck to draw something I can play and use. Even if it means life tapping on turn 2, well, I'll do it, but it's fine. Ah, Flame Imp, okay. So it's the old Flame Imp versus Flame Imp battle. Imp Master. That's not exactly good, but you know, it's fine because I can now coin this out and then play this on turn 3. It's gonna hit me and life tap. Well, it's a very cheeky move on his part because he's getting damage through and then I trade our creatures. But he's gonna get away with it. Props to him for reading me correctly. Taking the correct gamble. Now, if these guys can both live, because he doesn't play Immortal Coil or anything like that, I will totally drop a Defender of Argus in there. Oh, no, wait, I can't, because it's 4 mana. Whoops, never mind. I'll be playing a Tauren Warrior. Most like. A 3/3 would just ruin my day. That actually ruins my day. I can't believe how much that ruins my day. Friggin', what the friggin' hell, man. Because this will die to a 3/3, and I can't kill a 3/3. Bleh. I could play this and have it die, then Mortal Coil it off. Or I could play Blood Imp and draw a card. Let's draw a card in Blood Imp. Oh, Panther would have been an awesome play right here. Damn it. Alright. Well, swing, swing, and pass. So luckily, thanks to the Blood Imp, he can't quite kill the Imp Master, unless of course he has Mortal Coil. Fairy Dragon's annoying. Cannot Mortal Coil that. I should have put this on the edge instead of in the middle, because it's getting in the way of my Defender of Argus placements. Slight mistake there on my part. Yeah. Okay. Do I play the Defender of Argus at the expense of a Mortal Coil? I think so. I think so. I mean, I could have played a Yeti, but I like the idea of killing off his stuff. So we'll get rid of that creature. And I'll keep this at Master around. We'll tickle him a bit. We'll leave this around, stealthy, and then pass the turn. So the Defender of Argus being a 3/4 really kind of owns the field here. Alright, unless he has a really good 2-mana play, this guy's going to just get killed by my Defender. I'd love to see him life tap here. That would be awesome, because that means that he should have first of all life tapped first, and second of all, I'm just going to get to kill his creature, which is pretty great. Alright, he's going to mop some things up. Totally fine. And he life taps at the end of it, so that's good. I'm really happy to see that. And he actually pre-mortal coiled me, and I got my finisher. Well, this is looking really, really good. So I'll do this, because you should always draw cards first. Knife Juggler. That does change my plans. I will play a Knife Juggler and then a Novice Engineer. I will swing. And do I swing with the Blood Imp? Yes.
Sure, send the little guy.
I think now's the time to start swinging with that Blood Imp. Shadow Bolt, I'm actually thrilled. That's half of his mana just to kill one creature, and I have a lot on the board. Oh, the Acolyte of Pain threatens the Blood Imp. That's okay, though. We will just calmly kill it, giving him a card. So keep an eye out. This Blood Imp has now dealt 2 damage to my opponent. I am going to play Twilight Drake, which is gigantic here. Argent Squire, pass turn. Well, my opponent's in a lot of trouble, to be frank. He's very low on life, and this is about to drop, which is going to be a good finisher. Looks like he has a Silence, or a Siphon. Oh, I'm thrilled. So he kills one of my creatures and gets 3 health back, but then everything else gets to keep on swinging, so I don't particularly care. Let's just drop this down. The Blood Imp now has done 3 damage. I'm mentioning this because some people never ever attack with their Blood Imps, and I maintain that under some circumstances, attacking with the Blood Imp is very smart. So here, he could be at 10 health if I had just left this sitting here, which would make a difference, potentially. That's stealthed, buddy. Is this deck better than I thought? Like, were those early games just flukes of difficulty? I don't think I've had a harder game in this whole arena, apart from the one I lost, than, like, the one where, like, the rogue didn't know to coin the Defias ringleader and, like, put their deadly poison on a used blade. Like, someone who made those kinds of terrible plays gave me the hardest fight for my money. I was at 2 health. And then the third game against the mage was kind of tough, but then like everything else has been pretty straightforward except for that loss. I don't know. This is like a new low of deck evaluation skills for me. So, 9-1, that means we have 2 chances actually to break my Warlock record, my career Warlock high, and make it beyond 9 wins with the class. That would be pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. I've beaten... I think I lost to a Paladin, right? So I've beaten 2 mages and 3 rogues. A Warlock. Haven't played any warriors or druids or hunters. Mage number 3, Jadian the Mage.
You asked for it.
Alright, well, the Abusive Sergeant is not that great against mages, but the Argent Squire is. And because I have the Argent Squire, I'm just going to keep this hand. So I'll play the Argent Squire. Hopefully she'll play a creature. I'll play Abusive Sergeant, buff the Argent Squire, kill her thing. And then play a Novice Engineer, draw a card. Or even better yet, this Panther. And then I'll play the Yeti on turn 4. Keep my good turn 4 play around because I have so much to do before then that I might as well. Just gonna pop the Divine Shield. Well, that's not really what I wanted to see, but that's the thing. I actually have such a flexible hand here. what I can do now is instead of playing the Abusive Sergeant, I can just draw a card with Novice Engineer. Ravenhold Assassin. Boy, this guy really likes to work. He just like loves his job. He's like, yeah. Like, people are like, so Mr. Assassin, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate your overall job satisfaction? And he's just like, yeah. My job's freaking awesome, man. I love it. I love killing people. I come to work. Fuck some bitch. What am I doing here? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and play the abusive. Wait. Always draw cards first, kids. Always draw cards
I hope
first.
you like my invention.
Ooh, nice. That'll be good next turn. Even better than a Yeti. That would be a really great band name, wouldn't it? Even better than a Yeti, or perhaps the even better than a Yetis. That would be a fun thing to do, actually, as a project in my spare time. Just make up good Hearthstone band names. Better than a Yeti. It's a pretty good one. I don't know. We'll have to think of some other ones. I feel like I've said good band names before on this channel, but I can't think of them now. Alright, so she's spending half a minute to kill that. I'm honestly pretty happy about it. So she must have some kind of crazy hand of craziness. Let's play Twilight Drake, which is gigantic.
Oh, if you're sure.
It'll actually survive a fireball until turn 6 when the mage can augment it with a hero ability. If this lives the turn because no polymorph takes it out, I will play Defender of Argus and buff it some more. If it does not survive the turn because of an incoming polymorph, because of course, I think I might play the Defender of Argus anyway, or I don't know, the Yeti does seem good as well. I think I'd rather just play a Yeti for now. Save the Defender for when it really makes a difference. So my opponent has done pretty much nothing this game, which makes it very likely that she has, like, you know, Flame Strike or something or other along those lines. Mad Bomber is an interesting play. It didn't really work out for her. It's kind of spread a lot of love around, but it didn't work very well. Alright, well, let's use a Sheep and Mortal Coil. Mana Wraith. Do I Defender of Argus now, knowing that everything's probably gonna die? No, let's just do this. And play Mana Wraith. And swing. So if she Flame Strikes, she Flame Strikes. Fine, that's her whole turn. I then play Ravenhold Assassin. And then I'll play the Defender of Argus, swing for 8 down to 12. This will be down to 8. I should be in good shape. Wow, she doesn't even have a Flame Strike. Lucky day. Lucky day. For Papa Boris. Do I play the Defender of Argus now? She clearly would have played Flame Strike if she had it. Or Blizzard. Clearly would have. So she doesn't have either of those cards. I'm swinging for 5. I could swing down to 15. I could swing down to 13 if I wished. I could also do the same with the Wolf. But, then what else am I doing with 5 mana? Life tapping and playing this thing? Alright, we'll do that. So, first life tap. Always draw cards first. Voidwalker. Interesting. Do this.
Oh, if you're
Swing. Swing. And that. Alright, let's see what she's got. She really hasn't done, like, anything at all this game. My opponent's got on some kind of weird draw. Basically, what I'm trying to do is get to the point where Ravenhold Assassin plus Defender of Argus plus Soulfire will just win. And we're there, pretty much. This is 7, 8, 12. Almost there. Almost there. You know, I should have seen that she was going to want to kill this Panther. For some reason, I thought she would kill the Wolf. Yeah, no, I think that was a reasonable choice. I thought she'd kill the Wolf. Instead, she killed the Panther. Now I wish I'd played my Farseer over here. Okay, it's fine. It was quite the productive turn for my opponent. Well, let's do this.
I hear you got a problem.
I might as well do that. Swing for 1. Okay, so I'm threatening the kill. She doesn't know it yet, but Defender of Argus plus Ravenhold Assassin is 8 damage. Soulfire is 4 for the kill. That's 12. She needs Taunt or Life Gain. Nothing else will work. I mean, Kobold Geomancer plus Flame Strike will kill this. I guess Cone of Cold and Blizzard will freeze it. So she, okay, so she has a lot of things. That does not make a difference. Don't be Defender of Argus. That doesn't make a difference. Sun Fury Protector is one of the last few cards that you could have that would make a difference. That doesn't make a difference. Oh my gosh, unless she plays Mirror Image, which would actually be hysterically effective. That is the game. Wow. Well, folks, you are witnessing history here on Papa Boris's channel. This is the first time making it above 9 wins with a Warlock. I've done that now with 4 classes. Rogue, Warlock, Hunter, and Warrior. Now, Warrior is like my absolute best class, but oddly enough, Hunter, Warlock, and Rogue are like 3 of my mediocre classes. It's pretty sweet that I made it up to 10 with those. And now I feel really silly for saying earlier that I didn't think this deck could make it past 4 or 5. But in my defense, I did not say that after drafting the deck. I don't think I said anything after I drafted the deck. I think I thought it was alright, but not great. It was after the first couple of games were so hard, even though they were against newbies, that I decided that the deck must be weaker than I thought it was. And then it turns out to be okay. Or at least I turned out to have gotten super lucky. That's always possible, folks. Whenever you see someone doing well, they might just be getting really lucky. Now, if you see someone doing well all the time, they're a good player, but any one run could just be lucky. Okay, so we've got to get 2 more wins to get to 12, which is another milestone I'm trying to hit, get every class to 12. I have not done that with Rogue. That is something I've accomplished only with Warrior and Hunter. So that would be nice. Ravenhold Assassin. Boy, he's just there all day, every day. Okay. Ivory, good name for a Warlock. I have a decent curve. This is actually a really good curve. Pass the turn, please. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. No! Oh, yo, no, that's bad. That could be really bad. Blood Imp is a tough sell. So I have the perfect curve here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do something on 5, and then I can actually play this on turn 6 with the coin. That is fascinating. That is really, really fascinating, because once he plays a spell, his own Blood Imp is going to die. Alright. Well, I'll buy it. I'll see what he wants to do.
Fight.
Of course, if there weren't for a Blood Imp, I would have just killed his Wild Pyromancer, but since the Blood Imp is there, so be it. He's got a spell. Okay. He's going to pop Divine Shield and kill both of my creatures with a spell. That's pretty clever. If I had Mortal Coil, that would be nice. But Harvest Golem's also pretty good. It threatens to kill his creature and come back to life, which is fine. I could even coin and play Blood Imp later. I don't want to do that right now. While this is still alive, I definitely don't want to do that. Oh man, he's actually going to trade off the Wild Pyromancer and kill my shit. God, oh, that was a really good play for him. Stormwind Knight. Good card, guys. Good card. Okay, well, it's not over yet. I'm going to play the Yeti. I'm not going to coin this out. I can do that anytime, and it doesn't make any difference right now, so we'll just pass the turn. Like, even a Dark Iron Dwarf won't let the Yeti die. If he plays Dark Iron Dwarf and Mortal Coil, yes, I will gravely regret not playing Blood Imp. Okay, so let's think about my life. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. This. Kill off the healthy one. Pretty sure he would have used Mortal Coil earlier if he had it, so I'm guessing he doesn't. My defender threatens to kill his knight, and this is a 5/5 with taunt. It's a pretty big deal at this point in the game. Do we have a Hellfire? Well, this guy will survive a Hellfire, so I guess I'm okay with it, because this Yeti definitely did his job. Yeah. So you'll notice, I have a card on the board, we have equal cards in hand, and I'm doing pretty well. So do I... I'm gonna play my stuff here. I'm gonna do this, heal my creature, play the Panther, and you know what? I'm gonna just go for it. So we're just trying to overwhelm him. If he has a second Hellfire, he's gonna win the game. But I think that is an acceptable risk, given the huge advantage I have. I mean, this is 12 power on the board right now. Plus I have my finisher. So if these are allowed to attack even one time, I win. Yep, I'm pretty sure I win now. Oh, what Soulfire? Boo! Okay, that might mean I don't win. I needed everything to attack. But anyway, we should be good here. Still, I think it's gonna be a little closer than I'd like. But I swing for 9 rather than 12, which is important because it means now that if I had swung for 12, this guy would have lethal. As it is, if he can clear out all my other creatures, he stays at 2 health. Siphon Soul heals him up a bit. Ah, damn. Now the War Golem can kill my defender. And he silences that, which doesn't make any difference. Okay, I can get him down.
Problem solved.
Okay.
They'll never know.
Alright, now I don't want anybody posting shit on my wall saying like, well, the Nightblade lost you a game, but it won you 2 games. If that had been a Ventricle Mercenary, I'm pretty sure I still would have been fine. I wouldn't have won right then, but I'm pretty sure I would have been okay because I had the Imp Master as well. Don't anybody start talking to me about how Nightblade's a good card. I think this arena proves that it is. Where it has won me a turn earlier, a Ventricle Mercenary would probably have, like, not necessarily, but probably won me a turn later. And where I needed the Ventricle Mercenary, the Nightblade lost me the game completely. So I maintain that that was a mistake. Even if I end up going to 12 wins in this arena, and even if the Nightblade gave me 2 of those 12, I still think that was a misdraft. Alright, well, we have 2 chances to make it to 12 wins as a Warlock. Paladin is the one class that has beaten me. Eddie ran the Paladin. I wish I weren't playing a Paladin so I could play the Abusive Sergeant on turn 1. This is not a good opening hand in the slightest. Everything is going to get... You know, I'm going to keep a Twilight Drake. That could be so good on turn 4. I'll keep it. But everything else I'm going to mulligan and just hope I get some 1-drops. Not a chance! Well, come on, Argent Squire. I know you're in there, girl. I know you're... Balls. So I could coin the wolf out, but then there's nothing to do on turn 2. You know what? I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it. If he makes a recruit, I'll trade this for the recruit, and I'm just going to play the wolf. And I'm not even going to care. Not even going to care. I'm just going to go a card down, but we're going to go for the board control gambit here. Now, do I want to try to sneak 2 damage through? You know what? No. I don't even want to do that. I'm just going to trade it, go a card down, stone cold card down, and just try to win through board control. We're going to play the Golem, then we're going to play the Twilight Drake. Just try to do this the old motherfucking fashioned way, folks. Oh, please make another recruit. Please, please, please make a recruit. Please, please. Yes, I see you hovering your mouse. Yeah, that's the spirit. Now, don't do anything else with your turn. Just pass the turn. Thank you. Perfect. So we're going to do this. Now, Golem or the Warrior? No, I think the Golem is better. We're coming up on turn 4 with Consecration, Hammer of Wrath, yada yada. This is going to be a 4/6, which is pretty mighty, and then I have a this after it, or actually even that thing. He gets to kill my wolf, and the Golem doesn't have enough juice to kill it without the wolf's buff, sadly. That's fine, though. We'll just play Twilight Drake. And I can't kill this. There's no way that I could have possibly killed this at all. So I'm just going to swing past him. Well, I could have. I could have life tapped and gotten Mortal Coil, but I mean, there's no way that I could have guaranteed killed this. So if he plays, you know, Dark Iron Dwarf and Hand of Protection, then fine, so be it. But I did what I could. Oh man, is he actually going to kill my Twilight Drake? Man, that's annoying. He's going to damage it. Make a recruit. So he's doing the same thing I am. He's trying to go for the board control kind of a thing. Alright. Well, I think the play is definitely the Fen Creeper because it holds up really well against all of his stuff. Let's take some time to clear him out a little bit. Milk that Twilight Drake. Twily, I'll call her, for all it's worth. I think I'm doing okay. He's got 6 cards to my 4 in hand. Consecration, boo. Why would you play Consecration there? Only a loser would play Consecration there. Lame. Is he gonna throw everything into that Fen Creeper? Interesting. Very interesting. He's gonna throw everything into it. Alright, wow, this is cool. You guys are getting your money's worth, okay? Front row tickets here. Do I kill this recruit? Yes, I think I do. I mean, you just gotta not let Paladins keep that shit around. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and repopulate the board. So now I'm running out of juice a little bit because my deck's not very geared for the end game. He's got 6 cards to my 5, soon to B6. I can life tap freely because I have extra health. So basically the main way that I can win is I can try to overwhelm him, but if he plays big creatures, I'll be in a lot of trouble. That doesn't quite count. I mean, it will kill my thing, but it doesn't quite count. He has to take care not to let this get enraged either, unless he knows he has removal like a Hammer of Wrath. Alarmobot! Wow. Alright. Blood Imp, you don't do anything, and I can't enrage against that. That was quite clever. Okay, we're gonna life tap. And then play the Yeti. And the Blood Imp. And I have so little respect for this Alarmobot, I am actually not even going to attack it. I'm just going to start going for his face. So he gets a 4-4. Congratulations. See how bad that is? Do you see how bad that is, people? Oh my god, it's so bad. Now, I'm not saying my opponent's a bad player. I'm obviously playing him at 11-1. That was probably just a really bad rare pack. Consecration, no! That was actually a bit of a mistake. Unless he has a follow-up plan. Because my guy got enraged. Which means his Yeti's going to die when he runs into it. Does he have a plan for this? I think that was a mistake. I was going to play 2 Consecrations. Wow. That's aggressive. Well, I think he messed up. I think he should have probably used the Yeti to kill that thing regardless. Defender of Argus would be spectacular here. Or Mortal Coil. Nightblade. Okay, see? Look at this Nightblade. If this were Ventricle Mercenary, do you see how much of a better situation I'd be in? We're going to do this. Wait. Yeah, I want a life tap here. Do I? I'm getting a little low. Yeah, I need a life tap. Flame Imp. Oh, God. Well. I think I need to heal myself if I'm going to play a Flame Imp.
The light protects me.
Kill that. I can't kill this Yeti. So, bring him down to 18. I don't know, man. It's got 3 cards. It really just depends on how good those cards are. I've got, after he kills my Yeti, 7 power down to 11. I need, this is down to 8. I need my Ravenholt Assassin. He's been there for me like every single game. That is the 3rd consecration, folks. Mark my count. Fen Creeper. Oh, I can silence it, but the problem is he can actually just beat me to death. This is 7 damage. Yeah, this sucks. A lot of dongs.
Your magic shall not.
I think that's the only way that I can win, though, is if I just go crazy racing.
They'll never know what.
My stuff is too weak to kill his stuff. His creatures are like a hair better than mine. Now, if he can't deal 3 damage to me and he attacks me, he loses because I've got too much power. But if he does have Hammer of Wrath or a Wolf Rider, you know, or an Argent Commander, he just wins. Blessing of Kings and he wins. He doesn't have any of those. He's just going to take time to kill my stuff. Fair enough. Azure Drake. Oh, God, that's scary. Now he has lethal damage, so I can't ignore him anymore. This is 11 damage. Man, okay, he played 3 Consecrations, though. I'm not going to be that upset that I lost this. That was awfully close, considering he played, let me say that again, 3 Consecrations. Okay, I need a life tap, because I'm in desperate straits. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. These Knifelings are going to need to be pretty damn good ones. Ah, Ravenholt Assassin. We're just a bit late. Just a bit late. Okay. We need to be on a razor's edge here. He can get me down to 3 health. Pretty much anything in the world will kill me, but I just have to assume he's not going to have those outs, because if he has the outs, there's nothing I can do about it. So he's got 4 cards. Almost certainly can kill me with a True Silver Champion, Hammer of Wrath. It would be a miracle if he didn't have True Silver Champion, Hammer of Wrath, Blessing of Kings. No, he doesn't have any of that stuff. Wow. Alright. Frost Elemental. No! And I've already used my silence. I can't unfreeze my Yeti. Oh, that's... Oh, man. If I draw, like, Soulfire or something, and that would have won me the game if I could just attack with the Yeti, I'll be so upset. Defender of Argus. Wow. Well. Do I life tap here? Yeah, if he can break through, then he just wins. So we have to life tap. Okay. Let's draw a card.
I hope you like my invention.
Mana Wraith. Okay. It's...
My
Defender of
shield
Argus.
for Argus.
Oh, if you're sure.
I think, well, he does not have enough to win on the board, but anything whatsoever that gives a buff, any direct damage, anything, and he wins. Because all he needs is 1 point of damage, 1 buff. The Frost Elemental will kill my Yeti. The other 2 creatures just... Oh, no, wait. I have a Novice Engineer as well. Well, it's a little closer. Sorry, I miscommentated that. He needs a little bit more than a hair to actually kill me. But he has spell damage, like Hammer of Wrath puts me down to 2. You know, it's really improbable for me to make it past this turn. fourth consecration would kill me. He's thinking, so it's not obvious. That's a good sign. I guess actually maybe I'm under. This is 6 health. I guess so. Let's say he has a Shattered Sun Cleric. This will then kill that guy. The Yeti can kill this. The Twilight Drake can kill that. Okay, so with 7 mana, he would have to deal 2 damage. Any charged creature in the universe would just win, or any direct damage spell. Now, Paladins have like less direct damage spells than anybody, but like even a Dark Iron Dwarf for 2 more attack would let him win. So yeah, he needs basically 2 buffs, or 2 sources of damage to win. Which is not that much considering I've got 2 taunt creatures. So when someone has 2 taunt creatures, that doesn't really help him win. Divine Shield doesn't make a difference. Oh my lord, he has equality? Well then he definitely... No, he doesn't win, I guess, does he? He gets me down to 1 health. So what he did was he couldn't win, so he stopped me from winning, which is smart. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, sadly... Okay. One of these 8 cards is Soulfire. So the question is, how many cards do I have in here that win? I've already played Nightblade. Have I already played Nightblade? I'm pretty sure I played Nightblade this game. Yeah, I played Nightblade this game. Soulfire would win. Oh god, if I life tap and it fails. Because basically, I can use the Novice Engineer just to kill the 5/1. And like, I can use the Mana Wraith to kill the 2/1. And then I can just play the Ravenholt Assassin. It sucks. Okay.
So many.
Here's how we do it. I'm gonna do this. Play a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Do this.
If you're sure.
And play Ravenholt Assassin. Okay, so he needs... actually, Blessing of Kings isn't quite enough. True Silver Champion isn't quite enough. Now he actually needs a fair bit. For a Paladin to deal 5 damage is asking for a lot, which would be like hysterical if he had like a Reckless Rocketeer. Are you kidding me? Jesus! Oh my god, that's funny. I need a way to deal damage to this, like Drain Life. No! No! Okay, I need to life tap. I need to get Drain Life, Soulfire, anything. I just need to pop the Divine Shield. The Ravenholt Assassin runs in, they trade, the Flesh-Eating Ghoul kills him. Please? Oh my god! I'm gonna win! Oh my god, I'm gonna win. Holy crap. Well, folks, I think we can all agree that was the most epic game in the history of this channel, actually. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think there was. If you remember another one, tell me what it was. I don't think there was a more epic game in the history of this entire YouTube channel. And for it to be the 12th win of an arena is pretty spectacular. Wow, that was the greatest video ever. I want to make a new playlist now of like Papa Boris's ultra greatest epic hits or something to commemorate how fucking amazing this was. Well, thank you so much for watching. God, if you don't hit the like button or subscribe after that game, I don't even know what would ever make you like or subscribe my videos. Let's now do the post-run ritual. We have a Golden Cruel Taskmaster and a double pack. I'll take a double pack. You know, the gold 245 is interesting. I mean, I've gotten like 345 or 375 or something for 10 wins. This certainly sucks, but 2 packs is fine. I will, even if those both end up being 40 dust, I'm still happy to have an extra chance at flipping a legendary. And I should have said flipping a Leok, but we'll see. Okay, that did nothing, and okay, well, I don't think there was a single new card in there. Could be wrong. 245 gold, I mean, that's pretty good. I guess for the fact that only... Oh, I did get a new rare, interesting. For the fact that only like 0.65% of people can make it to 12 wins, the fact that it was like only 245 seems a little bit small. Ah, so the Lightning Storm was new because I have a golden one, so I can finally disenchant this one. Yes. Game. I will invalidate my own deck by disenchanting the card. And then we gotta find that Golden Cruel Taskmaster. I have 2 regular ones, so that's another 50 dust. We got a lot of dust there, which is nice. I'm up to 11,600. I need like, I forgot what my last count was. I need like 30,000 dust or something to craft all the legendaries I'm missing, plus some change for the epics. So I'm getting pretty close, and we're gonna end with a sneak peek at our next arena. It's gonna be Warrior, Druid, or Hunter. Well, I haven't done Warrior in a long time. That is my best class, so I might just do Warrior again. It's been since New Year's Eve that I've done the Warrior. So thanks again so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed that, because I certainly did. And I am looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow for some more awesome, I hope, Hearthstone arena action. Till then.